Hello everyone, this is Tracy with Color Me This. Welcome to my channel and welcome back if you are returning. Today is the Daily Color where I color for 45 minutes in the Johanna Basford's Small Victories book. And today I am going through still my sets in alphabetical order. And these are all the budget sets that I own, and then I toss in one of my professional sets here and there where if I see an image that would do well with a certain professional set, I toss it in. So today we are moving on to the Evazar, which is a soft wax pencil. They are one of my favorites, and I've done quite a few projects with these now. I only have one pencil that I will draw attention to, and that is Clotted Cream. For whatever reason, has the entire half that would be sealed. Maybe the glue didn't adhere all the way down, so it has cracked the full length, and that is the way it came. Other than that, they're a beautiful pencil. The other thing I love about them is that they are in numerical order. They come in a case already sorted in order, and their numbers increment by 1. Which is lovely. So today I am working on this fine boat, and the next 2 boats will be done with the next 2 sets, which both are color sets coming up next. So I am going to grab the colors for the dome, and I am thinking that this is a very Taj Mahal quality boat. So that dome is going to be gold, and I have picked out 5 pencils for my gold. I'm not making it too complicated. And I will have the color numbers up on the description for this video. This is episode 111. And we've got 119. Oh, going from light to dark. Let's start at the bottom. I usually start with the lights, and that is 009, 011, 012, 110, and 119. And I hold them all in my right hand. I have sharpened every single pencil that I have pulled thus far. These are a soft pencil, so I do have to be careful with tips, the tiny tips cracking off. I've already had a couple do that to me. I'm going to start with the darkest color, and I'm going to follow these lines to get started with our gold-toned dome. These pencils can be used with heavy pressure, but I am going to stick with soft pressure for the dome at least, to make sure I get my tonal values correct and have an out if something goes amiss. I of course hope everything will go perfectly. So I am lightening out to the edges here for the transition to the next lighter tone. Of course, the top part of this dome is going to have way less colors. And then at the bottom here, we will have more of each color showing. Today we have a nice overcast day. It's still supposed to be in the 90s when it is done, but the overcast has been hanging around. It is still mostly cloudy, so maybe we'll get a little reprieve and it won't get into the mid-90s as predicted. Our weather forecasters here probably have a really tough job. They seem to never be able to get it right. They say it's sunny and we get rain. They say it's going to rain and we don't get any rain. So I take what they say with a grain of salt. I'm going to add the light orangish color. It gives this a little brighter tone. See, there's a little tip. This one was sharpened to a sharp point. Moving on to my darker yellow, the brighter yellow. And then I actually think that is the finish of the gold. I have buttermilk here, which is a kind of a creamy yellow that I brought if I wanted to fill this white in at all, or if I needed to knock back any of the brightness. Now I'm going to go in with the dark color again and really fill this in. Fill in all that tooth. And this is not, I did not sharpen this like I did the others. I think it already had an original sharpening and I never even sharpened it. These pencils actually feel a little bit on the heavier side. And when the lay down on them, I wouldn't call it like buttery soft, silky smooth at all. It's a little bit of a heavier feel, a little bit of drag maybe. Not that they're a lovely pencil, because they are a lovely pencil. Everything about them is lovely. So now I'm going to soften along the edges here. And prepare for the light tan brown. It's looking pretty good. I have my brush here today, so I do not take a chance removing the crumbs with my hand. Okay, so that finishes up the dome. setting the stage, and then my accent colors, the boat color. I think I'm going to keep the dark and the medium out. I'm going to put the 3 back up because I think what I'm going to do is designate the underside of the boat is going to be this dark brown for consistency's sake. I then think I will stop to sharpen this. There's these little scallops, and I think the little scallops, I will give them a hint of that same gold. I'm doing my manual sharpening still. I really struggled. I got up early this morning again before swim class and tried to come up with some colors and really struggled. I don't know what the deal was today. Oh, see, so there I had it at a very sharp point, and every single little tiny tip has broke off pretty much the minute I start coloring with it. So these are quite soft. Yesterday I did the metallics, and if you didn't watch it, it's very interesting. I was expecting to not have a good laydown possibly with this smooth textured paper, but it actually worked very well. The pencils, you know, they don't look metallic like you would hope that they would. I think that's pretty much the ongoing disappointment of metallic pencils in general, is that they don't have the output that we would prefer. But they were a nice pencil. They ended up just making a nice muted scene. That was not bad. I didn't have the lights to darks available because there was only 48 plus 12. I actually have two sets of metallics and I use them both together. So there are the scallops. And then I'm going to go in with the buttercream here. Buttercream? No, clotted cream. So before I play with the scallops, I want to get the side of the boat done. I am going to darken the hull a little bit. See, there's a little bit of crumb action here with these pencils. All right, now we can move on to some color. We've got a full range for the side. It is... What color have I picked? I'm going to arrange these first so that the reveal is nice and organized. Okay. That is going to be the hull. 6 teal to turquoise. So starting with the lightest, I grabbed Arctic Blue to be my light and possibly also be my blending color, or burnishing color, I should say. Then 60, so that's 59, 65, 64, 67, 69, and 70. And I will say, the shiny on shiny is a little bit difficult for me to read. I like the size of the font and the no-nonsense sans serif heavy silver, but I will say it's a little bit difficult in the light, little shiny. And I do love the AB triple rings that are like a holographic pattern. I'm going to start with the darkest color and do some blocking in of some things. These again have all been sharpened. I'm following the lines as my guide. This right here is my darkest color that I have picked. Sometimes I like to start with the light. On this hull, I really want to start with the dark. All right, so there's the darkest colors, the darkest color. I'm going to shift to, I do have two colors here that are quite close. It is teal and the blue emerald, so I'm going to start with the teal. These are a nice, you know, with my hands being as bad as they are, it is a nice pencil that I do not have to put any pressure on. I'm like hardly touching the paper, which is lovely. Next is the blue emerald, and this one's going to be adding a little bit more of the greenish tint. Okay, I'm now going to what's called deep turquoise. And I'm just going over everything with this little bit more greeny blue color. And then we have turquoise, I believe, yep. Okay, so now I'm going back to my deep teal. be my brush. It's right here. Right, I have this light blue. I want to see. I have not tried it as my burnishing. So at this point I am doing burnishing level pressure. I would say medium to medium hard. All right, so now I have this pattern on the dome, and what I am going to do is make this a somewhat teal metal looking. I toyed with having their following the little pattern like a basket weave pattern, but I think instead I'm gonna do a smooth metal look. Somewhat like that. And then I will continue the teal one further to the cute curtains. This is not the darkest teal. I will grab that in a moment. This is my darkest color. Okay. And I'm going to lay these down, but over here. Might need to pick them back up. I'm going to put glasses on for this. 4 These have to be red. I think they come in orange also, but I like the red with the teal. I'm trying to make sure my knuckle doesn't change the focus. All right, now I do have greens picked out for the pots, and I have a couple of different browns as well, because these are shutters. I think I will probably this might be a good tone to add. This is Caramel 111. Okay. I have a different brown. Let's see if we can get you back. This different brown is 116 pecan. They're very small. Back to 111. All right. I've got some greens for the leaves. I'm going to start with the darkest, which is army green. Here's the light to dark range. It's just 3, 102, 104, and 100. And then a set of brighter greens. 2 of them. Kiwi and cactus. 85, 85, and 96. So those are the 2 sets. We'll see if we can get everything colored with these. And I see I'm at 40 minutes, so what I'm going to do is save the last spots of color to reveal at the weekly color, and I will probably have this all done. And that is, I haven't decided on the cabin color. The pots I'm going to have coordinate with the cabin, and then the scallops are either going to be gold, but I don't know whether you'll get the gold, so I might go ahead and make those a color to coordinate with the pots and the cabin, and then I have to do the water. So that will all be done on Sunday. Like I said this morning, I really was on the struggle bus. I am not a morning person, so that's part of the problem, is that I made myself get up early and work on color choices before going to swim, and I really did not accomplish much because it was just not working for me. Going back to the army green, Nope, that is not army green. This is. I feel like this could be sharpened for how small these leaves are. And then we have that. I'm going to go ahead and grab the other two and set these 3 greens down. And have this middle pot be lighter tones. So these are a thick core pencil, and I can see that it's hard to get in these small spaces with them, with or without the tips sharpened, because if I go in with sharp tips, they're just gonna crack. I'm gonna grab the lightest green for this part of the shrub plant. All right, this actually came out pretty good. I thought I would be way more struggling. But it's okay. This is the middle green. Okay, so we're at 44 minutes. I am going to call this one finished. I think so far so good. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do a sky or not. So like I said, cabin, pots, scallops. Those are the 3 elements that I will fill in. And then I get to decide if I want to do a sky. I might do a hint of water along the bottom. And then we have 2 more houseboats. I'll call them houseboats because I think that's what they are. We have that one, and that will be a set of color. And this will be a set of color. I have not sorted my brand new 180 color barrels, so I may try to at least get them sorted, but I think I might have to skip them this round, but I'll have them ready for next round. And then I have to decide if I'm going to keep going through in alphabetical. I asked Hub what he thought. I said, so what interesting way can I choose pencils next? And he's like, well, you've got black barrels. And he says, do you have white barrels? And I said, no, I don't own any white barrels. And I do. I forgot that I have the Irigitan from Tombow. But I only have 30 of those, so I have to pull them out and see if I have enough. So I'm not sure if I can then, within the color barrels, go alphabetical. So we'll see. I'm just playing with different options because this is my second trip around in alphabetical order. So thank you so much for joining me today. Do all the YouTube things, like, share, comment, and consider subscribing. And I will see you tomorrow for more coloring.